Most DIY skincare makers start with ingredients like oils, butters, extracts. Professionals don't. They start with planning. Before a professional ever weighs out an ingredient, there's a step that happens first. And it's the step almost every DIY skincare formulator skips. You see, a professional formulator pauses before they make anything. They stop to ask, who is this product for? What skin type do they have? Is it dry skin, oily skin, sensitive skin? What concern are we addressing? Is it hydration, barrier repair, acne control, brightening? And what should the product feel like? Light and fast absorbing, rich and protective, matte, glossy? Because until you answer those questions, you don't actually know what you're formulating. This missing step is called following a product development process. And this starts with a product development brief. Don't worry, this is not complicated paperwork. It's simply the thinking process behind the formula. A set of questions to ask yourself before you make anything. If you'd like to see what one looks like and try using one for your next product, you can download our product development brief below. I think it will completely transform your approach to formulating. Using a product development brief changes everything. You see, DIY recipes usually start with ingredients, but professionals start by getting clear on who they are formulating for and what kind of product is the perfect fit for them. They take the time to decide on the target customer, who is the product intended for, the purpose of the product, what do they want it to do, the benefits it will offer the customer, how the product will look and feel, the product positioning and pricing. For example, is this a high-end or mass market product? And the kind of packaging it will go in. A professional formulator decides on all of this before ingredient selection ever begins. Why? Because skincare ingredients are the building blocks of your formula. And you need to know what you are building before you choose them. When you skip this step and start by mixing ingredients together, you're just hoping the product turns out the way you imagined. When you include this step, you're designing the product to turn out just how you want it to. That's a completely different process. And this is what formulating is all about. So when you formulate like a professional, ingredient selection actually comes last. Only after the brief is clear are ingredients chosen. And they are not chosen because they're trending or they sound good. They are chosen because they serve a specific role in achieving the outcome. You'll consider things like which carrier oil supports this skin type, which emulsifier gives that texture, which preservative is appropriate for this system. Professional products feel different from DIY recipes because they were designed differently. They're not just collections of nice ingredients. They're the result of a product development process that makes sure you have clear goals, so you know exactly what you're creating, clear structure, so you follow the structure that kind of formula requires, and clear decision-making. You know why you are choosing different ingredients and what they will do in your formula. When you create a product this way, you'll create something that is as good as or even better than you imagined. It will turn out exactly as you wanted it to, not by accident, but because you designed it that way. If you want to sell your products, this is also the way to make sure your customers will love what you've created. By following a product development process, you'll know exactly what your ideal customer wants and how to create it before you ever get an ingredient out. So if you've been jumping into the kitchen and going straight for your ingredients, you haven't been doing it wrong. You've just been skipping the planning stage that professionals rely on. You've missed the product development process and gone straight into making the product. Once you see this planning stage and what a difference it makes, you can't unsee it. It makes formulating easier because you make fewer mistakes and you create a product you are happy with much more quickly. Rather than going through endless rounds of trial and error, which takes time and can be frustrating, if you take the time to do the planning first, you can get straight to where you want to be. So now you've seen the difference. You've seen why recipes fall short. You've seen what a professional formula looks like. And now you've seen the step that comes before the formula, the planning stage. Now, the real question is, how do you move from following recipes to formulating properly? That's what we're going to talk about next.